Okay, so let me break down this concept in investing. And this is kind of a crazy concept that I've put together over my 3 years of doing this, and just different things like that. I don't come from a lot of money. There's a lot of finagling. There's a lot of like interesting thought processes that go through my head in order for me to get above. Okay, so I have two thought processes when it comes to the market. We have active money, and then we also have passive money. This is kind of the mindset behind everything. And essentially, my passive income and much of people's passive incomes would be things that are derived off of like holding your money uh, there and pulling it out at a later date. So maybe like 1 to 50 years, I would consider passive when it comes to investing. Okay. Now, active income is like money that's moving and also generating money back in your pocket. So like the thing I can think of is trading, core compounding, which if you don't know what that is, there's a lot of videos on on it on YouTube by a gentleman named Oracle who actually invented the concept. Next from here, that's how I think of it. Okay. The problem is most investors will sit here and they'll just like categorize it into one of these two things. Either your investors are passive, they're locked in, they're long term, or they're active and they're just doing this and that. Okay, and this this right here is just it's not good. Um, and what do I mean by that? What does that mean? It's not good. What I mean by that is that it is a inefficient system. And the reason why I call it that is because, you know, I feel like there's definitely a categorical difference between the retail investor and the people who are actually making money. The retail investor is statistically 80% more likely to fail. There's lots of statistics behind it. And, what separates the guys in these big ass suits and these fancy ass cars, they're old fucking degraded fucks. What separates them for us? It's literally just their investment strategies, and it's not like it's a behind kept door secret or anything. Okay, um, so they use the velocity of the market in order to get them to where they needed to be. They heavily rely on volatility to trade, which is volatility is the best thing to trade. And I'm so confused. There's so many YouTubers out there that teach you to trade candlesticks and like, oh, put the, oh, you put your fucking take profit here and your stop loss here. Like, bro, now fucking the big bulls in suits know that you fucks are gonna train around this general range. In fact, most of these guys probably create these fucking these indicators and all this baloney bullshit in order to like get you to consume and make you trade a certain way to fucking outsmart you guys, right? Because the reality is the way that you're really supposed to be trading within the market is literally letting the big guys catch the small fish and riding the tail behind it. That's how you're supposed to trade. I don't know who the fuck taught people to trade, take loss, stop prop. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? We use volatility to win. My bad. It's a tangent. um, Back on earlier points, okay? I wanted to go over how you make passive income and active income work together. So essentially, I have the idea of this philosophy of never buying again. So what the philosophy of never buying again is essentially a philosophy of using maximum leverage in a smart allocated way to get you where you need to be. So I want to gain money in order to feed my passive income using my active income. So we're going to be trading in a very specific way. And this is why this video is really crucial because it's going to open up your mind into how investments work and how you can build a supernatural organic flowing ecosystem in your finance life. So check it. So I would rather somebody start out with $1,000. Okay, you start off like $1,000. That's a very nice number. Now we're not going to use all this money per trade because that's fucking irresponsible. We have leverage by our side. We have decentralized exchanges that will lend you out thousands of dollars without a fucking credit check or an ID. Okay, so we're going to use that to our advantage. and that allows us to play it safe. Now, see, the reason why high leverage is seemed risky by retail investors is because they're fucking retards and they don't know how to actually let volatility work, and they're not okay with starting a trade and being down money to start with. Okay, we don't think like that. We understand volatility, we understand money, we understand emotion, we understand a lot of things. So we're gonna take this $1,000, and per trade, bro, you're gonna stick in fucking about $50, 50 fucking dollars, and you're gonna make sure your exchange that you're fucking trading on, it has a 45x option. Okay, so what does that do? It takes your $50 and times it by 45x. You can change this to 100, even make it $100. Okay, that's a nice, bro. Now, okay, let me not get too ahead of myself. So you're gonna take your initial 1,000 per trade, which you're going to only open one trade per instrument, whether you're doing a stock or anything like that. You're only going to open one trade at a time, okay? Because let me explain this. While your fucking $1,000 is sitting there, you used 100 of it, okay? You used $100 of your 1,000. The exchange is going to grant you a 45x leverage. So you take 1,000, you times it by 45. Well, you take 100, you times it by 45. Boom, $4,500 in that trade just from you sticking in $1,000. Okay. Now you might say, "Oh, the volatility, bro. They don't really stocks don't move like that, bro. What the fuck you freaking out for, bro? They don't fucking move. They just go up down a dollar, two, few cents. Company crashes. It might go down to zero, but hopefully you ain't fucking investing in bullshit. Okay, that's like the big bada booey to it. Don't invest in bullshit. Okay? So what this allows you to do is have your remainder $900 to sit there and play defense. Okay? And you're not gonna fucking kill the rest of your money, bro. It's like literally impossible. What you're gonna do is you're gonna pick a good fucking stock, Walmart or Pepsi. I've been telling you, motherfuckers, in this fucking group, bro. Stick to those two. You can core compound with this. It's a phenomenal strategy. Okay. Now you're just gonna focus on your core number. You're gonna focus on your 1,000, and you're just gonna every time that trades up a good sensible amount, you're just gonna close it and re-enter. Literally, just do that. So that gives you the leverage of fucking $4,500 off $100, having your $900 sit there and fucking play defense all day. It's not gonna be able to take you out at all. Okay, so this is basically better than a fucking options call. Okay, because let's just do the math. Let's just I was googling Gordon Ramsay stuff. Don't look at that. Okay, let's just do the math. Okay. So we got some Pepsi stock right here. I know our weak on these guys just because it's a good fucking stock. You guys aren't gonna get fucking played. It's going to serve you right. Okay. And as motherfuckers say, this is not fun. This is financial advice if you want to make money. Okay. So like 150. Okay. So say you got $1,000. Okay. And you decide to stick that in long term and just have it in Pepsi to sit. Let's say an average share price is 151 to be conservative. So now you have 6.2. Let's even be more conservative. You have 7 shares. Let's say those shares go to 170 in like fucking 5 years. And fucking boom, you have one. You have fucking that much. Now here's the thing, bro. What if you literally used $100 to leverage 4,500, and now you can just let's see how many shares we can get for our leveraged price. Whoops, I did the math wrong. It shows you should trust me. I'm definitely definitely trust me. What would I average 151? I'll average 150. Boom. So you're on 29 shares. The volatility is on your side, and the fucking risk is on your side. Now this fluctuates all day. Look. All this shit does is go up and down, 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 up and down. Pepsi's a good one. Look, it's recovering. It's a good buy right now. You do some Pepsi. Say you bought here, you wait. You could sold there. You then look. You re-enter back in. You could sell right there. You enter in right here. Oh, you're down a whole bunch of money. Hold on, just close the computer, bro, and check back in like a few weeks. Boom, you're up. Take the money out there, trade, stack. Okay? Now this isn't where it ends, okay? Because most people were just fucking take the money and run. We're not like that. Okay? The whole idea is to build you an ecosystem. So, I just want to recap this once more. Once more. Hold on. New blank page. I want to recap this once more. Okay? $1,000. You're gonna use 100 per trade on a stock or instrument times 45x gives you 45,000. And you just always long a stock, okay? Don't fucking short, okay? Just find a stock that you know you can just click long and get the fuck out, okay? After that, you just gonna take every time you get a check or trade that wins like money. What you're gonna do is withdraw that and then buy your long term shit you want to hold. So that way, the money don't gotta come out of your pocket consistently, and you get to keep your initial You get to keep your initial 1,000 too. So you're getting free shares out of thin air. Okay, this works. I've done this with Bitcoin. I've done this with crypto. I've done this. Okay, I've done this, and that's how I know it works. Just leverage trading. It's called leveraged core compound trading. It's the least stressful, most way to use leverage without fucking stressing. I I have a client. I trade his fund account this way. He has a fucking 100% win rate. Okay, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. My personal trade account has a 90% win rate. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's how you trade. Okay, it's the best way. The new paradigm of investing.